I'm currently invested in, I think it's about 8 DeFi projects. But the more observant amongst you will see that I really don't make videos about anything apart from Vulcan. And that's because I adore Vulcan. I don't have to tell you my feelings about Vulcan. And I kind of, although I'm really interested in the projects that I'm in, I kind of don't feel the need to make videos about them, apart from one. And it's the one other project that I am literally passionate about. It feels so close to my heart. And today's video is about that project. So without further ado, let's go.
Living life every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need.
Oh, welcome my dear friend. Come on in, take a seat. A little short video today, just an update video about one of my favorite projects. But before we get into it, I will say, as I always do, this is not financial advice. I am definitely not a financial advisor, so please do your own research. So today's video is, of course, about calls for the calves. Oh, I always want to do that when I say the words calls for the calves. Now, I've made a couple of videos before about calls for the calves, and I will link them up here. The first one I did was really giving an outline of the tokenomics of the project and the 3 reasons why I have got into the project. So that might be of interest to you if you're coming new to Calf and you don't know what it's all about. Check out that one. But then the second one was about the utility that is incoming in terms of this project. I will say a little bit more about that in just a few minutes. But again, I will link that video up here for you. And you know, I woke up this morning feeling the need to make a video about something. And I suddenly thought, gosh, I haven't made a video about calls for the calves in quite some time. And then I thought, but you know, it's kind of simmering along, but there's not a great deal going on at the moment. And then I checked myself and I gave myself a talking to, and I said, talk, don't be ridiculous. There is so much going on with Calf, but it's just not at the moment in massive headlines. So this video is just to give that update, what is going on with Calf and where is this project going. So before I get into updating you on the incoming utility, I just wanted to touch on the 2 main components that make up the Calf project. And that is, of course, the Calf token itself and also the Calf NFTs. So let's just have a really quick look at those and what they're doing at the moment. So the Calf token, and just a reminder that the Calf token, although it feels like it's been in my life a long time, was only launched in early January, so it's not even 3 months old yet. And there are still only, I think it's, when I looked earlier today, 175 holders. So again, this project is so tiny still and so much scope for growth. It's quite unbelievable. But let's have a look at the chart. So as you'll see, this is the actual 3-month chart. And as you'll see, it started as many tokens do, with that huge kind of race upwards and pushing upwards. And at its highest, it hit about 12 cents, I think. But since then, it has been reconsolidating, it's been finding its level. And for the last few weeks, we've been bobbing around really between 1 and 2 cents. But as you'll see, there's been a little bit of a rally in the last 5 or so days. And we are currently more in the territory of getting towards 3 and bobbing around between the high 2 cent and the low 3 cent. And just looking at the volume, it's been about 10,000 in the last 24 hours, which I know feels very small, but a reminder, this is a tiny project. But the volume seems to be ticking up in the last few days. And I just feel like more eyes are just gradually getting onto Calf and more people are starting to get interested in this project. Now let's turn our attention to the NFTs. So just a reminder that you can mint a Calf NFT for just 20 BUSD. 20 BUSD, that's what I said. It's nothing, right? And so far we have minted, I think it's about 330-ish NFTs. But there's some great utility to the NFT because it will entitle the holder to be entered into a weekly draw, and currently the prize is 6,000 Calf tokens. And we do this weekly draw on a live AMA between myself and Keith the Crypto Farmer, who's the CEO of the project. So we meet every Monday morning, for me that's 10 a.m. GMT, and just for about half an hour, and we have so much fun. Keith will do a little walk around the farm, showing us any new animals that we have and catching up with our favourites. But he'll also do a little update on anything in the project that's happening, anything we need to know, any news. We'll answer any questions that come in, obviously, but we also do the draw, and we have so much fun. And if you haven't already joined us in one of those AMAs, then you absolutely should. There are some past ones on my channel if you want to take a look, but we'd love to see you there. And also it's important to recognise that we've probably had now 10 weeks of draws, and probably for half those draws, the winner of the tokens has given back. They've almost like returned the prize and said, no, use it again for a future draw. And that there sums up the community of Calf. It's just wonderful. Where else would you find that in a community? I'm not too sure, but we've got it in Calf. So that's just a little update on the token and the NFTs, but what else? Well, it's important to recognise that the project is waiting to jump onto the Vulcan blockchain, which we know is still in development. So, you know, the tokenomics have been developed with Vulcan in mind, and in many respects, the project can be said to be almost in a holding pattern, just waiting for the blockchain to launch. However, there is so much going on in the background. And in a previous video, I mentioned at the beginning, I did talk about utility that's coming in the form of a game, a role-playing game that looks to be incredible. The game is going to be called Calf Country. And here's just a little snippet to remind you, or if you haven't seen it, this just literally a few seconds of what it's going to look like. It literally looks insane, and I know the community are so desperate to have it, but of course these things take time. But we had this little update from Keith just yesterday. There is now a couple of ways tokens, coins reward investors. One is the project delivering methods of creating demand, and Calf was set up with such a small supply that makes it way more achievable for a small project to turn big results. I know the community has been waiting diligently for our first delve into the gaming space and may be wondering why so long. Calf Country is a huge undertaking and is a massive project in itself. Yes, I would have loved to be faster, but it will literally be a game changer in the crypto space. I am absolutely certain of that. The game development team are a highly experienced and skilled team and simply couldn't get better. So I know Keith himself is so frustrated, as we all, but in a good way, not in a negative way. We're just so anticipating the launch of Calf Country. So that is still very much in the works, and as soon as anything drops on that, of course we will be updating. And when it comes to gaming, that is not all. And just a couple of weeks ago, we had a fascinating exchange in Discord between Cosmic Force and Keith the Crypto Farmer. And if you're a Vulcan fan or an investor, you will know all about Cosmic Force. Cosmic Force is going to be an incredible game that is being developed to sit on the Vulcan blockchain. So we cannot wait for that. But look at this, and this is signifying a potential partnership between Calls for the Calves and Cosmic Force. Let's have a little look. So Cosmic Force Wavem Studios says, working with Calf on some joint branding as we look to establish a calf farm in space on one of the Cosmic Force colonies. Designs will be revealed soon. And Keith answered by saying, everyone, I have just had another long conversation with Cosmic Force, and we've decided on starting to present the joint collaboration between Calf and Cosmic Force. And so are starting this with joint branding to begin the association that we will have going forward together. We will present this in a week or so, and then we will be working together as our two projects go forward. Now, I love this collaboration between two projects that will be sitting on the Vulcan blockchain, both of which I'm familiar with, both of which I have the utmost respect for the creators, the CEOs of those projects. This could not get better. I love it. And then just this morning, we had another note from Keith about something else that is being developed. Let's just have a look. So Keith says, hello everyone. I would love to show development that I'm doing in the back. Being a small project at the moment without the funds to do too much, but we are certainly punching way above our weight. For a while now, I have been working with Sonia as she wanted to start selling NFTs that she creates. So we have formed a partnership, so Calf Token is now a launch pad for NFT projects, with our first project as Sonia NFT Creations. We are currently building a website, etc. to facilitate her NFT projects. And yes, Calf will be earning a 5% commission on sales. So if you support Sonia, you will also be supporting the Calf project ecosystem. Bullish AF. Oh, so yet something else, a bit more utility coming onto the project. A launch pad that is starting small with Sonia, who's a huge member of the community, and her NFT project, but could grow into something much larger. And it just feels very organic. And I know, that there are the solid plans in place. We have the white paper, we have the tokenomics, we have the NFT, the coin. We know we're going towards the game, Calf Country, the partnership with Cosmic Force. But this just feels really organic, something that's kind of grown in the community. And I think it's a great way to work. So that's just a kind of an overview summary update of calls for the calves. This is such a tiny project, but do not be mistaken. I really feel, not financial advice, but I really feel the scope for this is humongous. And what I really love about it is that it is a tiny project, but it has such a massive heart. And it's literally a joy to be in it. So if you want to find out more, do go and look at the videos that I've made. But also to mention, we also have Oliver T, who's another YouTuber who makes some cracking videos about calf. So I will link him below. So please do go and watch his videos as well and subscribe to his channel. Also subscribe to Keith the Crypto Farmer's YouTube channel. I'll also link that down below. And yeah, let's just show a bit of support to this project, which is fantastic. So that's all I wanted to say really today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. If you have and you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then please do consider subscribing. It's really appreciated. And also, if you found this video useful, then please do give it a cheeky little like. But that's all for now, folks. I hope to see you in my next video. But for now, I will say as I always do, cheers.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days.